Before you catch up on social media, when that alarm goes off in the morning, before you even turn on the news, why don't you catch up with the news that your body has for you?
You are always attracting energy into your life. The question is, what can you be mindful about attracting? I'm Shannon Bills, mindset mentor, energy healer, and intuitive reader. And today, we're having mindfulness for breakfast.
Hey guys, I am Shannon Bills, and thank you for spending your morning with me. Welcome to the first episode of Mindfulness for Breakfast. It's finally happening, the podcast that I've been wanting to do for quite some time now that came to me in a COVID fever dream. I think the main reason why I wanted to start a podcast is one, I am a mindset coach. I have been coaching all different types of creatives, entrepreneurs, actors, writers, agents, managers. And if you don't fall under any of those categories, don't worry, this work still applies to you. But I've been coaching those types of people for the last 4.5 years and have grown a really beautiful business teaching people mindfulness tools, teaching them how to love themselves, how to release stuck energy, how to reframe the thoughts in their mind. And this is something that I do anywhere from 8 hours or 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I figured, why not share that and expand that with even more people? I wanted this podcast to be bite-sized information, teaching you about mindfulness and how simple it can be to add to your life. It doesn't need to feel like an extensive chore or something you don't have time for. It can be small little things that take less than 5 minutes of your time and are so extremely transformative. So I'm really excited to share a gazillion different tools that I have with you guys over the course of, I don't know, however long I decide to do this podcast. I'm really excited. You and me starting our morning from a balanced place. I know that if I'm rushing my mornings, which I'm very guilty of, back when I was an associate casting director, which I'll get into all of that eventually, I would rush my mornings. Really, since I was 14 years old, I was a typical teenager and also a typical 20-something-year-old, hustling and bustling and moving through life so fast without any intention in my day. And I could tell that I wasn't really living a purposeful life. I didn't feel like there was much intention happening when I was just moving so fast from the next thing to the next thing. And pandemic happened. World slowed down. I slowed down. I got more and more into my intuitive gifts, mindfulness practices with a bunch of different mentors and healers that I've been working with for years and years. And I think the biggest gift was learning that mindfulness could be so simple and could change my life. And I'm just excited that I get to share that with you guys today, because mindfulness to me is about being present. It's about being aware. It's about being intentional. It's about observing where you are instead of absorbing where you are. We will be learning really fun energy practices, learning how to clear your energy, shield your energy, protect it. Mindfulness opens up our creative selves, our abundant selves. It also helps reduce stress. It boosts your self-love, your self-worth, which is the foundation of all areas of your life. It allows us to manage your thoughts instead of your thoughts managing you. So before you catch up on social media, when that alarm goes off in the morning, before you even turn on the news, why don't you catch up with the news that your body has for you, the news that your mind has for you? Because the beautiful thing about energy is that it's always shifting. You're not always going to have the most amazing day or the most amazing morning. But the positive about that is that energy is always shifting. So what is the shift today? What is your body, mind, energies news today? I want to give you a breakfast item of the week. This is the tool, the action step, the big thought to think about. I wanted to take you to the basics. The first thing that I learned with one of my intuitive healers, which is the two emotions that we are coming from, fear or love. That's it. Every single emotion in your entire life is rooted from fear or rooted from love. Emotions, they're vibrations. It is a vibration that starts in the mind and then is felt in the body. Now, we are always creating emotions in our mind, creating these pictures, these movies in our mind, whether we are intentionally creating them or unintentionally creating them, which allows us to feel a certain way. And generally speaking, they're not the prettiest movie in our mind. They are not the most fun vibration and feeling to feel in our body. So I would love for you to take the time to recognize, what is the movie in your mind? What is the feeling in your body telling you? Is it stemming from fear? Or is it stemming from love? And when you can recognize if it's coming from fear or coming from love, you can recognize when your emotions are ruling you or you are ruling your emotions. You cannot feel fear and love at the same time, which was one of my favorite mind-blowing lessons to learn. Think about it. You cannot be in a place of fear and at the same time come from a place of love. You have to choose where you're wanting to lean moment to moment. Leaning into fear means leaning into fight or flight mode. Fight or flight mode thinks your body is being chased by an animal, which produces hormones like cortisol, epinephrine, and it activates addiction. It turns down your emotional receptors. It focuses on really quick thinking because, again, your body thinks it's being chased by an animal. I don't know about you. That does not feel good to me. I want to come from love. I want to actively, intentionally, mindfully come from love, which produces oxytocin, the anti-stress hormone. Allows you to feel calm, allows you to feel connected, powerful, in control. That is your breakfast item of the week. That is your tool of the week. Recognizing, becoming aware of what you are choosing moment to moment. We are interacting with so many people throughout our day and consuming so much energy and so many thoughts and so many emotions in our body. So when I say to start your morning from love, by noon, you might have to check in with yourself again because so much had happened. So if you can make this little micro moments through your day to check in on the news that your body has for you and learning how to come from a place of power, intention, and mindfulness versus just always letting ego win, which we'll do a whole episode on the ego. I have so much to tell you guys. I just can't wait. I want to keep these short and simple and tangible, and letting that takeaway really transform your mind and your energy. But today, let the breakfast item be choosing love over fear. I don't necessarily love positive versus negative. Nothing is ever good or bad. It just is. But when we are actively choosing the thing that is, and maybe that's been fear, victim mode, playing small, comparing yourself to other people, just always letting the ego win, always letting the fear win. How do we move out of that? We choose the thought that is going to be more supportive, the thought that is going to feel better in your body. It's going to feel lighter in your body. It's going to feel more secure and powerful in your body. That's love. So don't necessarily think of it as negative versus positive. I want you to think of it as, what's the thought that gives me my power? Or what's the action that gives me my power today? Choosing love versus fear. And now you're aware of it. And here's the thing, guys, you can't become unaware of what you're aware of now. If you know that every single thought in your brain, every single word that comes out of your mouth is stemming from fear or love, choose wisely. What are you going to choose today? Thanks so much for joining me, guys. I will see you next week.